Texter here says found out that he was an alcoholic after we got married. That would be a tough one. Alex, hi. What's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. What's going on?
I was married to my ex-wife for literally just a year, but we were together for about 6 years, and about a month or two before the wedding, we got into a huge fight, and my ex-wife dealt with a lot of mental issues, it was really difficult, but we got in such a huge fight that she actually got had an episode and came at me with a kitchen knife.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and what happened was, I actually got cut up a couple of times.
Oh, God.
And the cops actually got called and everything eventually, and then I got put in the back of a cop car because my ex-wife was covered in blood, and they thought it was hers.
Wow.
So, and I'm just bleeding in the back of a cop car.
By the way, good luck with your marriage, Shannon. This not the discount.
That's been over. I still married her for some reason.
Oh my God! You married her after she cut you with a knife?
Yeah, dude. Trust me, I had my own issues though. But,
my Lord!
I feel like it was more of the fear of
she was going to cut you again. Yeah. That's what I would have feared.
I got to return my wedding gift, Shannon. It was a kitchen knife set. Now I'm rethinking.
When we think about and share topics like this, just a little bit behind the scenes, I was thinking, this is going to be a great topic. It's going to be I found out they bite their toenails. Or, not that.
He picks his butt.
Not that. He picks his butt and smells it. Yeah. Something like that. Not that call.
Alyssa, your
Lordy.
voice disguised. Hi. We're talking about what did you find out before you got married?
Hi.
Hi. What did you find out?
I found out that my ex-husband now, we were married 2 years, come to find out he was not only cheating on me the whole time with women, but men as well.
Oh.
It would have been no biggie had I been honest about it, but the way I found out, obviously.
It would have been, wait, you say it would not have been a biggie. He was cheating with women and a man or men. And you thought that was not that big of a thing?
Well, it was a big thing.
If he was honest about it. So you want him to call you ahead of time?
She wouldn't be included.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Well, you know what? We hey, to each his own. Every lid has a pop.
You're a dirty girl.
What day is hotel hookup again?
Are you guys still married?
No, been divorced 5 years.
Okay, all right. By the way, I thought this was going to be an inspirational topip too.
Me too.
I'm inspired. I don't know.
One last one here, Cassandra. One last one, Cassandra. What's up? What did you find out before you got married?
So me and my fiance, we were engaged, and we were looking at venues, and my sister called me, and I found out that he was arrested for domestic violence for pretty severely beating up his ex-wife, and he was in jail, and I didn't know anything about it until after we were engaged.
Okay, you didn't get engaged in jail, did you?
No, we didn't get engaged.
Okay,
Did you leave him?
Yeah, I ended up having to leave him after that.
Wait, you still married him though?
No, we didn't. I ended up calling off the engagement a couple months later.
All right, okay. All right.
Sheesh.
You know what? You should play a fun, happy wedding song now.
You want to? I got one here. Wait, hold on. Texter just texted in and said, this one's tame compared to all the rest of the knifings and going to jails and sleeping with men and women. I found out that my husband talks in his sleep. It annoys the crap out of me. I got to deal with it every single night.
That's what I was looking for.
That's not bad.
That's what I thought we were going to get.
I think I want to marry you.
Shannon, she hides her crazy well.
This is Mojo in the morning.
All right, it is Mojo in the morning. Yesterday, Kev had to leave right after the show because of a family emergency. And I don't know if you want to share.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's cool. Thankfully, prayerfully.
I was worried. I heard you on the phone, and I even asked if everything was okay.
Man, Josiah is my entire world, man. I had him when I was younger. As a boy, he's helped me develop into a man, and I just love him with all my heart and soul. So when I hear that something's not right with him, nothing else matters in life and making sure he's good. So he sent me like a screenshot of text messages that he sent his mom, and it was like, my heart is hurting. I'm on the ground. It hurts to move. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell is going on? So I called Sherelle. Started FaceTiming Josiah. He says that he has a sharp pain in his chest, and the only way that it can go away is if he's like laying on the floor and just has to wait for it to pass. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, is it severe heartburn? Is it a heart attack? Like, what's going on? So I finally get him on the phone. He starts explaining it to me. He's like, act like you're holding a fist and then you have a nail in the middle of it and then someone's punching that through your chest. That's how it feels in my heart. I'm like, oh, wait a second, what's going on? Like, okay, tell me more. He's like, I feel like lightheaded. I'm a little dizzy. And he said, the top of my heart is beating at this speed. The bottom of my heart is beating at this speed, which is irregular heartbeat type stuff. So I'm like,
he, by the way, is the most descriptive kid I've ever seen to say that. Yeah.
So thankful that he was able to describe it like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I would have even been able to be that descriptive. So I had to cancel our lunch yesterday. Still apologize for that. Grabbed Josiah. Took him actually to Dr. Werner. And I was going to take him. I called his doctor. It's like, if he's having irregular heartbeat and chest pain, take him to urgent care, get an EKG, and do that first. Call urgent care. They like, nah, don't bring him here, because if it's actually a heart thing, then we can't treat it. Take him to an actual emergency room. So then I called Dr. Warner just to get some quick advice. He's like, well, just bring him to me. I'll check him out. And if it's something severe, right across the street, we'll get him an EKG and make sure he's good.
Yeah.
So I was like, perfect. So went to Dr. Warner. Had I was going to say a fabulous time, but had a good time, meeting people in there, all the lovely ladies who work in the office, and took him in the back. And Dr. Warner thinks that Josiah just had a pectoral muscle strain.
Oh, I've had one of those. Not fun.
That's what I'm guessing it is.
Yeah.
He said that there's so many layers between your outer body and your heart that he doesn't believe that it's a heart problem for Josiah. There's so many nerves and organs and rib cages that it can't be his heart. Yeah. And at his age, he doesn't believe that even he needs an EKG, because you can just, test the heart through the pulse and figure out how the beat structure is, and that it actually has a consistent rhythm.
Wow.
So he says it's just a muscle strain. But
Josiah, still so scary.
Very scary. And Josiah literally said, when Dr. Warner asked him, is this the first time? Josiah's like, no, it's happened a few times over a course of a couple of months, but I just said something this time. In my mind, I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, your heart is hurting to the point where you are like laying on the ground and you're just now saying something. That's not cool, bro.
Wow. Well, we're glad that he's okay.
Yeah, so glad.
And it's tough because when they're little kids and they all of a sudden start talking about something that's something as serious as the heart, you start worrying about that because you hear all these stories. Is Josiah, does he play sports?
Nah, he did T-ball for a while, and then he did karate for a while. But when he did T-ball, he called me crying one day because his mom had to take him. He was like, you didn't ask me if I wanted to play. You just forced me. You didn't ask me. And after that, I was like, damn, you kind of right. But at the same time, I was like, I'm your dad. I'm not going to ask you every time I want you to do something. Like, some things are just good for you.
Yeah.
But he's already established that sports isn't his thing.
So he's not
crazy.
a sports kid. Because I was wondering if because that's the case a lot of times with hard stuff, they won't let you go back to sports stuff unless you do.
But he's so good, though, that it's trash. Like,
is he really?
He was cold at T-ball. He fast as hell. Cold at T-ball. He did track for a while. Fast as hell. Karate. He was nice with the chamber. He was going crazy.
But he doesn't like doing it.
He just wants to animate and stuff, which I love.
So he's not a sports kid with a sports guy dad.
Yeah.
Is that tough? Because it was tough for me with Jacob.
Originally it was. Until I started to, because you don't want to be one of the parents that like live vicariously through your child and like force them to go down a path that they're not in and they resent you for that. That's not what I want to do. I rather just pour all my love into what he wants to do. But I was asking my cousin, like, Dr. Warner said we need to figure out how to get him more active. That's one of the reasons why he may have had this strain, because he's not utilizing his muscles as much as he should. So my cousin, he has 2 daughters. Big shout out Gerard and the girls. And they play softball like crazy. And I said, hell nah, after I hung up with him, because the amount of money that some of these parents are paying to keep their children in sports, you wouldn't believe. Like, a softball bat, he was telling me, is $300. The bat that they won.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, there's Easton bats and stuff like that.
There's no way in hell I'm signing you up.
But you know what, though? The kids this was the thing with Jacob, because Jacob was not very athletic, but we did say to him, he had to get involved in other stuff. Because if he's sitting in front of a computer all day, no matter if he gains weight or anything, he's got to be active. And the thing that with Jake was, if Jake didn't get active and he was in the theater and things like that, he would not have even left his bedroom. You know, he would have sat there all day, especially with an iPad.
I made just like walk home yesterday, if that counts.
Wait, after his hard stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get exercise.
What did you do? Did you drive right next to him?
Yeah.
Kev.
What?
Why didn't you guys take a walk together when you guys got home?
I was in the car. We had to go home
when
anyway.
you got home.
No, you all right. I mean, I need exercise too, but
you're like
yesterday
Michael
wasn't my
Jordan's
day.
dad. You're like Michael Jordan's dad, like forcing him to go outside and do stuff like
Joe
that.
Jackson.
You're Joe Jackson, exactly. You are the Joe Jackson. You know what sucks though about when you have a kid that does not like sports at all?
Yeah.
It sucks because they're the most athletic. Jacob is by far the most athletic out of Joe and Luke. And it sucks because I look at him and I go, God gave him all the athletic ability, but yet he doesn't love it. And I get it. Don't do something. He's not loving it. Let him do something that he loves. What's up, Erica?
Hey there. My nephew is like exactly like your son. And what was suggested to him is get him a puppy, get him a dog, and he'll be active with the animal. And since he kind of, he's a loner, I guess you can say, because of the art and everything, it'll give him a buddy, and he'll be able to take the dog out for walks, and he's going to play fetch and everything with the dog, so it's going to get him active.
Erica,
boom, problem solved.
I think that is a fantastic idea. Thank you so much for calling. But we just got a daughter 4 months ago, and I'm not trying to get a baby dog in there. I just got a real baby.
Basically, Erica, here's what happens when you get a dog for a kid. You are the one that's more active because you're the one taking care of the dog.
Well, could just say
not with that type of kid.
You know what he needs, honestly, if he needs to be more active, what he needs to do is be more active is to find some kind of a place that he can go to, like because he loves anime and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Go to like one of these places where they're running around all hanging out with each other and as a group of kids kind of like doing it.
Are there places like that?
There's got to be like what college I know there's college of creative study, but there's got to be some. Does he like doing laser tag or anything like that?
He cool. Listen, Josiah wants to create his comic book and sit there and animate, design characters, and do voiceover work.
So what are you going to do? Make him do that while he's walking the block?
Maybe I should buy him one of those walking treadmill things, a walking desk.
Oh my gosh.
Why is everybody looking at me like that? I thought that was a great idea.
No.
Reminds me of like the parents that put their kids on Nutrisystem. Like, keep walking while you're on the computer.
Taryn, what's up?
Hey, Kevin, I just wanted to call and say when I was about Josiah's age, I was really into animating and drawing too. I'm actually now a video professional, which gets me up and out of the house, going out, on set and shooting stuff. Has he showed any interest in cameras or getting out and like shooting video?
That's
and
a good point.
Visual effects instead of animating.
Well, so one of the things that he does with like Flip a Clip is you can input your own like personal photos and videos that you take. So he'll do that and try to make his own movies around the house though. But that's a great idea.
That's a really interesting
Let me get
thing.
your Instagram. Hold on real quick.
Cool.
Mojo in the morning. What's going on, Nicole?
Hi. So my little brother is pretty similar to Josiah. He just like doesn't want to do any physical activity, not into the sports and all of that. So we got him a VR headset, and he plays that thing nonstop, and he comes out like dripping sweat because he's having so much fun doing it. So that's a good alternative, especially on like the rainy days.
No, that's a great idea.
To get them active.
He's got to do stuff to make him active doing it that way.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and it mixes their interest with it too, which is nice. So,
Thank you.
It's funny you're talking about how softball could be an expensive one. Somebody just said that their kids in travel baseball, and it costs them thousands upon thousands of dollars every single year to get their kids through. Crazy. So it does get expensive. But I can't imagine that your kid doing animated stuff with computers and stuff, that's not expensive.
Well, some of the programs are for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not, we got to go to Kentucky for nationals.
But there
might that type of vibe.
But you said that he wants that if there's something down in Orlando with
for sure
Disney or something.
Yeah, for sure. I'm taking him. I'd move.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
All right. Well, good luck with Josiah and send him our best. Actually, you know what we should do is we should give him the treadmill thing that I bought for myself to be more active here.
Oh, isn't it? It's right over there.
Ryan Seacrest told me that's how he stays as skinny as he is. So I wanted to do anything that Ryan Seacrest did. 'Cause I want a body like Ryan Seacrest. That thing, by the way, I was on the air going, trying to talk as I'm doing the show. It wasn't very workable for a guy my size. But all right.
WKQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. This is Mojo in the Morning.
Oh, Mojo, he's amazing.
Live. Mojo 30.
20.